All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Wednesday afternoon. How's everybody doing? Dogecoin prices up and down, up and down. Got a little bit of that going on. Some buying opportunities. Yes, buying opportunities. Big red candles. What do I say? When you see the big red candles, buying opportunity, not financial advice though. Not financial advice, but it just seems to work better when you buy when there's red candles than when there's green. So we start there. Got a number of things to talk about, some follow-up on the ETFs, and also we're going to be looking at the MACD. Yes, the MACD indicator. Because Ivan was showing it this morning. Ivan on Tech, for those who watch that. And I was like, that kind of makes sense right now, looking at the bigger picture. So we will take a look at that as well. So let me get down here in the corner and just see how you guys are doing. How do you feel right now? 17.3, 17.3 for Dogecoin. And again, for those of you not paying attention, let me get a bright color here for this. Let me do it in yellow. In yellow. Because we're going to hear it. We're going to hear it today. Why is Dogecoin dropping? Dogecoin sucks. All those things, right? The bears are going to come out. So I'm just going to draw this, right? With the brush. Yeah, I got the brush. Yeah, I got the brush. I'm good. It's basically this. Right? You see that form right there? Well, I can go to Bitcoin and I can draw the same thing, right? And I can go to ETH and I can draw the same thing, right? And I can go to Algorand and I can draw the same thing, right? And I can go to Solana and I can draw the same thing. And I can go to Cardano and I can draw the same thing. You get the picture, right, guys? You get the picture. Hedera, same thing. And we go Sheeb. Hey, how about Sheeb? Look at Sheebs. Woo! Right? What else? How about Litecoin? Yep, Litecoin, same thing. So what do you guys think, huh? It's XRP. Yes, even XRP. Everybody loves XRP. No, same thing. You get the picture. The whole market. The whole market did the same thing. So it's not just Dogecoin, guys. But the bears will come, and then we'll just point them to this yellow line that we see on all the cryptos because they all did the same frickin' thing this morning. And you know what else? We can also point to, how about S&P 500? Oh, look at that, S&P 500. Same thing. So stocks did the same thing. The NASDAQ. You can look at the NASDAQ, right? Same thing. It was stocks as well. They all did the same thing. The whole market moved together. On the MACD, look at the big MACD drop on the NASDAQ. Look at the MACD drop on the S&P 500. And then we take a look at it. I mean, pick a crypto, right? XRP, right? Same thing. Crossed over to, this is on a 15-minute. A small time frame, I know. But crosses over into the red and then comes back over into the green. Bitcoin crosses over into the red, comes back into the green, and Dogecoin crosses over into the red, comes back into the green, the same thing. So everything did the same thing today, guys. Nothing wrong with Dogecoin. But for those who wanted to buy on dips, 1669. 1669 right there. 1669 if you wanted to buy on a dip. We looked at this morning on my video, we looked at this sort of double bottom that we had up here at about 1725. And yes, overnight or early this morning, right? Because stocks pre-market were dumping because this PCE data came out. You can look at Yahoo Finance, right? And we've got this article here about stock slide after GDP scare. And what was the other on the PCE data that was right here? That article isn't on the front page anymore. But it was earlier. Trust me, Kriss says. Kriss says, trust me. It was there. But hey, it's back up now. It recovers. And that's why I say up and down, right? It's just the whole market did that up and down action today. And that's what we got. That's how we are from today. So are we recovering? Yes. Markets are all recovering back up to where we were yesterday at this same time. This is right where we were. Exactly where we were yesterday during the live stream is where we are right now. So you could trade this up and down, or you can just watch it like I do right now. So I'm not doing any trading at the moment, but this is me. Look, Trader Tardigrade says, look, swing high to support. Zoomed out, looking at the bigger picture. It looks like on the big dip with all the tariffs, we came down to this swing high number from 2024. If we do the same thing and the same action happens, we would see Dogecoin come up to 70, 80 cents and then drop down to 29 cents would be the swing high. 29 cents. That's not too different than what happened in 2021 after the big run to 73 cents and the drop down. We could have that. I don't think that's going to happen over the summer, though, this big run up to 80 cents. I don't think it's time for that yet. But if a big enough catalyst comes in for Dogecoin, Dogecoin can run, which is why you kind of, like, I don't want to take chances swing trading a huge bag of Doge because Doge has the capability of doing these big runs, and you don't want to be in the middle of a swing trade waiting for Doge to drop lower when it starts making a run up. So that's kind of interesting to take a look at and watch. And then Crypto Basics said that analyst Master Ananda is also predicting his 1.618 fib line up to 70 cents. So he thinks recovery up to 70 cents. And he's talking about this ABC pattern. Hey, we've looked at these ABC, ABCD, ABCDE, like Elliott wave, whatever. It is what it is. But Alex says, well said, I agree with this analysis. It will reach that number by the end of 2025. Now is the time to buy. Now is the time to buy. And when do you buy? Red candles. We had this beautiful red candle, came all the way down to 1669 this morning. Fear in the market, buying opportunity. Better than the 1699 we had just a week ago. But now we're recovered. We're back up over 1730, now up to 1734 and rising, higher than we were yesterday at this point during a live stream. We're now higher. So all the FUD out there, all the fear, Dogecoin's going down to 12.5 cents. No. No. So I don't know when Doge is going to hit $1. How do I know that? How would I know that? This prediction is 70 cents. Doesn't say when. Looks like this fall. Alan's got 80, maybe 90 cents by June or July on his little chart. Doesn't matter. Just get ready. Enjoy the ride. ETFs. Like I said, I don't think a Dogecoin ETF is coming until October. Right? Until October. So, and the details back that up. Again, I'll go over that again. But Mario Nawfal did print this morning about Dogecoin ETFs from memes to Wall Street, which was a good post for Mario, because he has a big, wide reach on X of a lot of people who are not into crypto. And they see that and they're like, Dogecoin. Huh, interesting. We'll see how that plays out. Alva says the 21 shares Dogecoin ETF filing is a real inflection point. If the SEC greenlights it, Doge could see a BTC-like rally with projections up to 40 cents and new all-time high potential. Socials are showing classic pre-ETF FOMO, but there's equal chatter about meme coin competition and Doge's legacy status. With a 75% approval chance, TradFi bridges opening, this ETF could drag a whole new investor class into Doge, amplifying both legitimacy and volatility. Curious how real-world adoption and fresh capital flows would reshape the meme coin landscape. This is big. This is huge. The Dogecoin ETFs are coming. Nothing's going to stop them. I don't think the SEC is going to say no. They're going to go through the process and they're going to launch, and we'll take it from there. So that's coming. And then again, on my post on X this morning, I went into great detail about all of the ETF filings, where they stand, and, you know, most of it for you guys is TLDR, right? Too long, not going to read it, right? Not going to read it. You just want to hear like the juicy stuff, but this has all the detail in it. If you're interested, I've got it all in this post from this morning. But I know some of you have short attention spans, right? You're not going to be able to read it all. There is a summary at the end. So if you want to do the summary, just go right to the end for the summary. That's the TLDR part right there. I kind of want you to read the whole thing, though. You get the whole picture, right? You get the whole picture. So there's that. And WSB is like, look, 21 shares, files for Doge ETF with NASDAQ. There's a 75% chance of this Dogecoin ETF being approved in 2025, according to Polymarket. I say it's a 99% chance. 99% chance is where I put this for a Doge ETF. So That's pretty cool. And of course, 21 shares, they're saying, look, Dogecoin, not just a meme anymore. It might be a smart addition to your portfolio. Our latest research shows that even a 1% Doge allocation boosted returns and improved Sharpe ratios in a Bitcoin enhanced 60-40 portfolio. Meaning, have some Doge. If you're a big wealthy guy, right, big investor, just have 1% of your portfolio in Doge, and it will help out your portfolio. It will help it out. Have some Doge. That's what the ETF can do. Have some Doge. And of course, I also referenced this morning on the Bitcoin ETF. Just a reminder, after the 19B4 filing receipt from the SEC, it's 240 days, which we saw on the ARC 21, which had their 19B4 on May 15th, 2023. And we went through the whole year of 2023 waiting for the Bitcoin ETFs to launch. It had its first deadline, June, had its second deadline, August, had its third deadline, November. And by then we were like, okay, January 2024, that's when they're going to launch. And they did. So, similar thing for Doge. We just passed the first deadline in April. The final deadline is going to be October for the 240 days for the first one, which I think what they're going to end up doing is most likely going to be similar to what they did with Bitcoin, where they had these other ones like BlackRock's, Bitwise, these others, which were for March of 2024. They just pushed them all up to the same deadline as ARC 21 and allowed them all to launch at the same time. So we could see that for Dogecoin. But what else about Dogecoin? What else about Dogecoin? Inevitable does this fun little thing, right? Are you going to use Bitcoin to buy a cup of coffee? Let's say the coffee has a fiat price of $4 and you want to spend your Bitcoin. Now you can do Lightning Network, or you could, but if you're just going to transfer Bitcoin, you have to wait up to 10 minutes and then you've got to pay the fee on the Bitcoin blockchain. Or you could spend your Dogecoin. Transaction time seconds, well, it is. It could be up to a minute, but mostly it'll be like half a minute or so. Your transaction fee, 0.0028 cents. I mean, it says a fraction of a Doge for your fee. Hey, and it's got a dog on it. Dogecoin better than Bitcoin for transactions. Now, what's House of Doge going to do with this? That's probably going to be more comparable to a Lightning Network thing. I can't wait to do that comparison of Bitcoin with the Lightning Network versus Dogecoin with such pay with the House of Doge's support and what that's going to look like. We're waiting for that. That is going to be fun. So Big Dog, the question is, let's cover this right now. I sent Dogecoin a few months ago and it took about an hour. So most likely you were sending it either to or from an exchange. If you do wallet to wallet transfer, just not an exchange wallet, but your own wallet. Let's say it's a Ledger or it's a MyDoge, on your phone or something like that. That's not an exchange. The longest it'll take is 1 minute. It's the longest it will take. So your hour thing here was probably exchange. Because what happens is when you own Dogecoin on an exchange, it's not your Doge. It's sitting in some other wallet. And when you do a transfer, you're basically knocking on the door. Hello, anybody home at the exchange? Hello. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this transfer, okay? So can you guys help me? And then what happens? Somebody needs to actually physically move the Dogecoin for you because there's no automatic bot to do it. Somebody actually has to move the Dogecoin that you want to transfer from a cold storage wallet on the exchange to a wallet that is sort of assigned to you to move the Doge out. Likewise, on the other end, right, if you're transferring to an exchange, same thing happens. There's this transfer of Doge coming in, and someone at that exchange actually has to physically accept it, move the Doge into their storage, and credit your account. That's why it can take an hour. But wallet to wallet, it's less than a minute. Exactly, Doug. Hello, Bueller. That's right. That's it. Exactly. Bueller. Bueller. Hello. Best example I could think of. The difference between transferring wallet to wallet versus wallet to exchange or exchange to exchange, which will take forever. People get really worried, especially like Robinhood, right? And you're going to transfer a whole crap ton to your, let's say, to your ledger, and it doesn't happen instantly. And then you start sweating, right? You're sweating. You're just like, oh crap, where's my crypto? It'll get there. It'll get there. That was good knocking, right? Do you guys like that? Hello, Bueller. Bueller. And just remember, Sir Doge of the Coin says Dogecoin has unlimited potential, and the potential is all there. It's the part of the iceberg you don't see yet. That is the potential that's there. So that's what I've got for my intro today. Hey, 17.4, nice. Bitcoin 94.5, nice. So yeah, we're having a nice recovery this afternoon from the bad PCE data, fears of GDP being down, all kinds of things. And it's just, yeah, it's a buying market, especially this morning. This morning was a buying market. If you wanted to buy 9:45, like that was the time to buy, right? 9:45, because not only was it the bottom for crypto, but it was also the bottom for like stocks. Like if you wanted Tesla stock, right? 9:45, that's when you wanted to buy Tesla at 270, right? And now it's up to 282. So that was the time to buy on the dip. Will it go lower? Maybe it might. But right now, in the short term, that was the time to buy. Linda says, yep, I've transferred to Coinbase from my wallet and it takes an hour. Yep, that's a Coinbase problem. It's not your wallet's problem. It's a Coinbase problem. Caffeine does have a nice reminder for everyone. Do a test transfer first. Just move a couple Doge first, just to make sure that the wallet to wallet works. And then send the big bag. Johnny, sorry, most people use an exchange. Only 2% would use a ledger wallet. We're not there yet. That's true, Johnny. However, with Doge, we have this thing called the MyDoge wallet. So the MyDoge wallet here on your phone, right? This is for the stuff you want to spend, right? The ledger, let's excuse me, the ledger here, that's for your cold storage. That's the stuff that you're not going to be using for transactions, right? So you put your long storage Doge on a ledger. But then on your phone, let's say in a MyDoge wallet, you have an amount of Doge. It doesn't have to be 112,000 Doge. It can be 3,000 Doge, 2,000 Doge. It's just some Doge you have there for transactions. And that's what you use. And this is what is going to be prevalent for people. Not the 2% using a ledger. It's going to be a much greater percentage of people that are going to have this kind of thing on their phone. Or you just send all your Doge to Harry. We had a Harry 3.0 here the other day, Harry N6N or something, a real bear was getting on my nerves. So just letting you know. Hey, Sunshine, that was the whole thing with China that Trump did. I told you, it's like a big stick, right? You just carry this big stick and you whack, whack, whack. And then you get what you want. It's all about negotiating. I tell Miss KrissPax this all the time. When you're negotiating something, don't start from where you want to be at the end. Always ask for more, right? Always have a higher price and then negotiate it down. And you'll probably end off better than where you would have if you just went for what you wanted at the start. It's all about negotiations. And Trump's good at it. Now, he doesn't have the best tact, let's say, right? And that's what gets people all riled up, right? He doesn't care. He doesn't care. In the end, China and the US will negotiate something that's reasonable, but we're going to be a lot better off as a country than where we were under Biden. Long-term Doge is scary. Interesting. The long-term Doge, that's where you want to be, though. We were just talking about that yesterday, right? Just take a bag of your Doge, stick it somewhere, and just let it sit there for 1 or 2 cycles. So like 8 years from now, we have no idea what the price of Doge is going to be. But I'm guessing probably a lot better than where it is now. And if you just don't get too cute, right? And don't try to swing trade and don't try to time the market, you're going to be a lot better off. That Harry escaped from the zoo. He was a real pain in my ass, I'll tell you, Harry. He was a real pain. Big stick Donald. Linda, you hope we recover some more tonight? It's looking really good. We're now up to 1742. It's looking good. So, Johnny, the MyDoge wallet here, just on your phone, just Google MyDoge wallet, and it'll give you the links to either the Apple App Store or Google Play or Chrome Web Store right there. And you just download it directly, set up a wallet. You'll get a 12-word key phrase. Write that down somewhere because it is your wallet, a legitimate wallet. You own the Doge that's on there. And it's great. It's what I've been using for all the giveaways. And it's like most of the Doge is transferred within like 10 seconds. It's done. Great wallet for transferring and receiving Dogecoin. Doge will have 155 billion supply by year's end. Yep. Steady inflation. Slow and steady. Dogecoin is $1, then it'll have $155 billion market cap. That's the way it is. Daniel, I remember last trade war in summer 2019. I bought a bunch of dips at 19 years old, made a couple thousand and sold, and then COVID hit. You bought airline stocks, sold again after COVID. Wow, you're doing big swing trading there. Nice. This is another one of those opportunities. Sergio. Patience. Patience. It's all under timing, right? You're looking at a point in time right now in April 2025 when we had the fear of all the tariffs that brought everything down. Let it come back. Let it play out. You can't compare today with a point in time under Biden. I mean, I could compare today to 3 years ago under Biden. Dogecoin was at 6 cents. And it's not now. It's at 17 cents. So depends on when you're talking, right? Sometimes you got to ruffle a few feathers. Exactly. If you've got long-term Doge, absolutely. You don't care about little dips like we had this morning. You don't care about that. Doge is going to go up and down in price. And if you're in it for the long haul, yeah, you check in on Kriss's live streams just for the fun of it. You don't sweat the prices. The prices don't matter. You come here for the entertainment, right? For the entertainment value. And because you're holding Doge long-term, we've got a great community here of a lot of people like you holding Dogecoin, waiting to see what happens with House of Doge and Elon Musk and all of that. We just let that play out. The Doge ETFs, are we going to have big institutions buying Dogecoin? Is that 21 shares thing about 1% allocation to Doge for all these big investors? Is that going to happen? I can't wait to see how that all works out. Even if I wasn't doing this, I would still be wanting to know how's that all going to work out? Because that's pretty cool. Yeah, exactly. Give it some time, Sergio. You're picking points in time. My crypto and 401k are a lot higher today than they were 3 years ago under Biden. Pick a point in time, dude. You can make whatever narrative you want. But 3 years ago, I was not where I am today financially. And that was thanks to Trump. After consolidation, it will go up and then down and then up and then down. Exactly. Things will eventually stabilize and get much better. I mean, that's Trump's big plan, right? He said things were going to be dicey at the beginning of his term, and they have been. He wants the stock market to go up. He wants to succeed financially. He wants everybody to succeed financially. The big tax cuts are going to be coming soon. He's going to start talking about tax cuts. So we got to let it play out. Over time, our economy will be so much better than the last administration. I agree, Monica. Entertainment and education. Exactly, Vance. And sometimes feet. You never know. Unlicensed financial advisor. No. Edutainment. Edutainment. Come here for me and the cat. In time, exactly. We have a pro-crypto administration as well. I mean, I just can't wait for this fall. and to see what Bitcoin does. It's not going to be 94,000. It's going to be much higher. Oh, nice reminder, Nick. Every year, the total inflation of Doge is a lower and lower percentage against the overall supply. Reduced inflation, exactly. Compare that to XRP or Solana. Oh. Nope. You ask Grok to make a table? Yeah, Grok is good for stuff like that. Exactly, Nick. That's pretty good. Louis, been holding Doge and buying since 2020. I believe, always will believe in Doge. Doge will shock everyone. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, this morning's dump was not only manipulation, a little fear, but manipulation for liquidations. Dogecoin, $8 million. $8 million of liquidations. That's right, guys. This was another opportunity for heat map action, taking out leveraged traders. That happened this morning. Big leverage traders. Now, of course, right, they lose and then they come back in and they replace their bets, right? Look at this. For Bitcoin at 93,200, there's $46 million there now. Just waiting to get taken out. It's taking out some shorts right now. It's actually come up here and it's taken out some shorts. So let's get some of these shorts up here. 94.9, 95.1. Let's do that. Take out those shorts. Come on, up to 96K. I'd love to see it. See what Doge's looks like on the heat map. Yeah, see? That price drop took out some leverage longs. Then the second drop took out a bunch of more leverage. And now we've come up and we've taken out some shorts. Big shorts up here, 17.8, 17.9. Look at those. We want to get those. Big ones. That's what we want to see. Let's take them out. This market is like a toxic relationship. Was very, very hopeful for the 20-cent end of April. Didn't quite make it. Yes, you will see May price prediction video tomorrow morning. Hey, I'm used to it, right? I get all the heat. Kriss hasn't had a good monthly price prediction since last year. Yeah, pretty true. Pretty true. Big heavy shorts coming in now. Yeah, they're going to come in because they think that there's still enough fear in the market that they're going to make money on the downside. We'll see. Eat my shorts. I smell Doge at 25 cents. That'd be nice, Bibbles. I don't see it quite that high yet. I think it's going to be a slower and steady move up than jumping up to 25 cents in a week. No, Craig, that is the expectation. People are spending their time watching me. They want me to be accurate. 100% accurate. That's a pretty tall task to live up to. Who knows what Doge is going to do next month? But I won't say that in the video. I will say it like I mean it in tomorrow's video. Like it's going to happen. All right, Nick, we'll see you. We will see you. It's Chris's fault. Yep. We need tariff relief talks and Powell to cut rates to see 25 cents. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see 25 cents in May. Oh, give a preview of my May price prediction video. It's not going to be 25 cents. Now, if it does, hey, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. Blaming me for stubbing your toe. Oh. Hey, I'll take that. You weren't here yesterday when I showed my foot during the live stream. You missed that one, Harry. Got Charlotte all hot and bothered. It's my foot on the screen. Have a plan and stick with it. Patience pays off. Patience is a virtue. I keep talking about patience. Some of you guys get it. The foot again. It was kind of funny. I don't remember how it came up and why I decided to do that, but it's now going to become an OnlyFans thing, Daniel. Right, it was OnlyFans day yesterday. Exactly. I got to be careful, right? I show a foot, and all of a sudden, I'm getting a lot of donations. Oh, that was fun, though. It was fun. The foot was rigged. Yeah, your lawyer can talk to my lawyer and they can just bill us for all their hours. The lawyers always win. They always win. They're always getting paid. I'm looking at the feet. Yeah, I need to get paid in Dogecoin for people to see my feet now. Got to pay in Doge. It's like, it's like a cup of coffee, right? Instead of getting a cup of coffee, though, you get to see my feet. Only feet, exactly. Only feet. Yep, the lawyers always win. Especially divorce attorneys. Oh my God. They do like to talk. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Yep, been there, done that. That was bad. But over the long run, it all worked out pretty well. Took a lot of work, though. But you gotta foot loose. Foot loose. 35 cents by May, it's inevitable. 35-cent Doge. Yeah, so these guys are like a little further off than that, right? Well, I guess if you follow that arrow, which is like isn't anything, but by June 1st, maybe up by 25 cents or so. What does Trader Allen have us at the end of May? 21 cents. Right before a big run in June. Yeah, I just don't see that happening in June. I think that's what happens this fall. Robinhood News was referencing an article where the analyst talked about May should be all-time high, called it something like May and dump. Do I believe the summer will be rough? So what I've been hearing from a lot of people, because we had such a rough January through April, that many are believing the summer is not going to be as bad. Will there be dip buying opportunities? Yes, I believe there will be. But I don't think the summer is going to be that bad, like sell in May, go away kind of thing, where it's going to be really bad. I think because we had such a bad 4 months, 3.5, right? January to April. That the summer's not going to be that bad. Not rough. That's what I believe. You missed the foot, Vance? Yeah, that hairy N6N was a pain. Wasn't hairy 2.0. Merchik thinks 19 cents May, not any higher. So I should probably end up somewhere between 19 and 25. Okay, that's what I'll do. So MACD. So this is what Ivan was showing this morning. He was going out on the weekly on Bitcoin, and he's saying that this is lining up for next month for there to be a crossover in the MACD. So we're going to do the crossover from red to green, and we're also going to cross the blue line up over the orange line. And when that happened last October, Bitcoin was at 62,000. And a month and a half later, Bitcoin was at 104. Now, we know that that was on the backs of Trump winning the presidency and all of that excitement and hype of what the pro-crypto president was going to do, which ended up being these red candles because of the frickin' tariffs, right? And Trump token was in there as well. That was kind of a joke. It didn't help things at all. But Bitcoin is turning around and going up. Look at that. We have 4 weeks in a row of green candles on Bitcoin. 4 weeks in a row from April 7th onward. It's been green, 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 green. Which means the MACD is crossing over. It's moving up. And when that crossover happens back into the green, let's go. Doges, somewhat similar. We don't have 4 greens in a row on the weekly. It's green, red right now. So it's going to take a little longer for Doge to have the crossover here on the MACD. That's going to take longer to happen. But again, last time it had its crossover here was also in October. The price of Dogecoin was 11 cents at the time. It was 11 cents. And then it was green, 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 all the way up to 48 cents. So could that happen again? Maybe. But that was the MACD thing I wanted to show you. Just taking what Ivan on Tech did this morning and translating it over to Dogecoin so you can see the Dogecoin equivalent of that. But it's going to take a few more weeks for Dogecoin to get there, where Bitcoin might get there in a week or two. So we'll be watching that. And of course, on the daily, we still have the golden cross coming. Yeah, I got to close out the MACD in order to turn on the SMA. There we go. So again, targeting like May 9th, somewhere around there for the 200-day moving average and the 50-day moving average to cross over. So May 8th, May 9th, somewhere around there, we're going to have a golden cross for Dogecoin, a golden cross. So that's coming. We just had the death cross right here. April 6th, death cross. But now it's going to be like 1 month later. We're going to be golden cross going higher. If you feel comfortable answering, what is your Dogecoin average? I think it's around 7 cents, Daniel. It used to be 6, but I sold my 2-cent Doge, but I still have a lot more 5 and 6 cent Doge in my bag. And yeah, I've bought 13-cent Doge, 17-cent Doge, 20-cent Doge. Not as much though as what I had earlier. So it's probably around 7 cents, I guess, would be my Doge average. Doge 1 never happened, Danny. That third-party company that was going to be doing all of that Doge stuff at the moon they never came through. I think they've just moved on to other things. So I think that's a dead project. I think it's dead. What has happened before will happen again. There is a Battlestar Galactica quote. Huh. Battlestar Galactica. I never watched that show. I was never really a TV watcher. Isabella in the house. Dogecoin. I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is. Bibbles, 25 cents. End of next week. Hopes and dreams, Ryan says. But hopes as well. Bibbles doesn't own any Doge. What can we do about that, gang? For Bibbles. You should have some Doge. How's my driving, man? I think we are parked. Those guys. And Galaxy's looking to June, 22 cents to 30 cents. So good things coming for Doge. I'll take that. We got to get some excitement going, right? This up and down pricing and dealing with dips and stuff. We just don't get a lot of excitement, you know? I mean, I appreciate all you guys hanging out with me here on a Wednesday afternoon, but it's like, it'd be nicer if Doge was like climbing and we had more excitement going on. But we keep things real. So I'm not going to say Dogecoin to the moon today or tomorrow. Takes time. But overall, I'm still optimistic. I'm bullish, as you've seen from my titles the past few days. Still very bullish. I saw nowhere that Dogecoin is hitting $1 tomorrow. Everyone should have some Doge. Duh. Hi, Paul. How are you? Thank you, Monica. Appreciate it. Harry reminds everyone to get the likes up. Thank you, everybody. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Bears, Beats, and Battlestar Galactica. And then there's always, of course, all eyes on Doge.
All eyes on Doge. Big run up. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge.
At least I'm wearing shoes in that video. I'm not in bare feet. If that was bare feet, that would have been something. I never really noticed the shoes before, but this time watching it, I was like, oh, I'm wearing shoes. All right. I'm wearing shoes. Bruce, we got into this in November 2024. Is this how the bear market feels? No, the bear market is worse, Bruce. I was lucky to have like 40 people in the chat in live streams. It was really slow. This is better. The bear market was bad. Elliot says we need a dip tomorrow afternoon when I get paid. Maybe the candle gods will accommodate you, Elliot, with a nice dip for you to buy. But you got to be ready. You got to be ready. I second the Battlestar Galactica recommendation. Still feel 35 cents by the end of May. All right. You think you saw a MAGA hat in that concert? I don't remember that. Am I doing the OnlyFans thing again? No, I'm not. That was a one-time thing. I don't even remember what brought that on, but anyway, I did it. It was something. The barefoot market. Dippity-doo. Dippity-doo. Compo. It's all right. You can always scroll back to the beginning of the live, get caught up. You can get caught up. Let's see who is who's up and who's down in the top 100 in crypto. Curve, Floki, Fartcoin. Hey, Fartcoin's going back up, guys. Fetch, WorldCoin, Pi is starting to go back up. Jasmy starting to go back up. All right. And who's down? Deep. I don't even know what Deep Book Protocol is. Walrus. That doesn't surprise me. Bonk. Bonk went on a big run. So it's pulling back. Brett. Solaire. Don't know what that is. Trump token down. Optimism down. Sonic. And virtuals. Remember virtuals, right? We were just talking about that yesterday, right? You knew it was going to pull back. I hope you took your profits if you were into that. Virtuals. And BitTensor, Tau, also pulling back. Oh, and there's Pengu. Yep. You knew that was going to pull back. I called that at 12.5, now down to 10.97. For the Pengu fans out there, see, nobody's asking me to look at Pengu today because it's down. Because it's down. I sold a pic of your foot on FootHub. It got so many views that I am now a happily retired man. FootHub. Oh my God. I don't think you had a license to do that, Matt. That's what it was, Davin. Exactly. Someone suggested I wasn't wearing any pants. That's exactly what it was. Only big toes. Rewind the tape. Yeah, I was looking a little dapper yesterday because I had meetings. Someone thought I wasn't wearing pants. What's the point of working from home if you can't be pantsless? Of course, right? As long as you have a nice shirt, right? That's all you need. Speedos. Wait, you wear pants? Huh? Otherwise, the chair might get a little sweaty, you know? Who wants that? No rate cut, Bruce. No rate cut. But we'll take a look. I'm guessing 99%. It's in 6 days. Oh, 93%. 93%. No rate cut. 6% rate cut. I'm on the 93 side. Fear of tariffs. The Fed will not do it with the fear of tariffs still. Barefoot meetings, exactly. They don't know. Something called Voxel is up. Yep, it'll probably drop back down. So get ready to short it. Get ready to short it. Voxel. Ran up this morning. And then had a second run up a little higher. Pengu did the same thing. All the way up to 13 cents. Now down to 11. It should be back down below 10 cents tomorrow or the next day, I predict. I predict. Right at 10 cents the next couple of days, it'll be back down. That's how I read this chart. Right back. It'll be half the level between 7.8 and 12. Because that's what we typically see on those kinds of breakouts. It'll retrace back to half the gain in this kind of market, which is a sideways market, because we're not in this whole bull market right now. So yeah, this will come back down to 10 cents. Voxel. Bitcoin trading well this afternoon. 94.7. Be nice to reclaim 95. Dogecoin at 17.3. Got to get going. Use a towel. Yeah. Put a fan on and enjoy. So there's a chance. Always. What's up, Stephen? Hey, hanging out on a Wednesday afternoon? Tammy. I didn't get that one, Harry. No tattoos for me, Ian. Nope. No tats. Not doing it. Abortion, Harry. A foot tattoo. Guys are funny. Clean up my chart a little bit. Boston won the series as predicted, 4-1, Stephen. Last night they took out the Magic, blew them out in the second half. So if you 2 weeks ago on live stream, somebody asked me and I said, yep, Celtics beat the Magic 4-1. And that's what happened. Waiting for either New York Knicks or Detroit Pistons, who are going to a game 6. We have not heard from Raiden in a while. Probably traveling the world somewhere. But nope, haven't heard from Raiden. You're a baseball fan, Bruce? I hear the Mets are doing great. I just see the headlines. I don't really follow it that close. Ryan, in with Timberwolves and Warriors. You don't like the Rockets. You don't like Houston. So you want the Warriors to win. And you don't like the Lakers. So you want the Timberwolves to take them out. I'd like that too. I don't want to see LeBron anymore. Just like Ant is so much more fun to watch. And yeah, Curry is always great for the Warriors. So yeah, that'd be fun. OKC is still the best team, I think. Still the best team. No, I'm not going to any playoff game. God, it's so expensive. So expensive to go to the Garden and watch a game. I mean, we did one right near the end of the regular season. We just, on a lark, just went over there and got a low-cost ticket. We didn't even know where we were going to sit before we got there. We bought the ticket online, standing in front of the Garden. And it was like $15. But you can't do that in the playoffs. The playoffs, the tickets are so expensive. Used to wear a Boston baseball cap. There's probably a lot of Yankee fans down there in Florida. Probably a lot of Yankee fans. So you can still wear the Boston Red Sox cap. You could still do it. Hey, CDC, how are you?
I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, thank you, Siri.
Don't mention it.
Didn't realize I said something that got Siri's attention. This AI, I tell you. Mortal Kombat got Raiden. Well, I mean, the Knicks have to take out the Pistons first. They're going back to Detroit. I know, right? Nobody asked Siri, and all of a sudden, always listening. Isn't that crazy? Just recording everything I say. You know that, right? Everything I say is getting recorded because I have that thing on. Oh, yeah. I mean, PaxCat was all over Fartcoin. PaxCat was all over Fartcoin. Hey, Aussie, how are you? Good morning. And Adam and Eve? Yeah, kind of. That is kind of an Adam and Eve, isn't it? Look at that. Thank you for the sub, Drink and Trade. Appreciate it. Anybody else want to subscribe to the channel? Please do. I'm on my march to 20K, 20,000 subs. We'll get there this summer. That'll be nice. Everybody wants to hear about the Doge. They want to hear about the Doge, especially 21 shares, Dogecoin Foundation, House of Doge, NASDAQ, about the Doge. But he wants to hear about the Doge. And so this is the place you come. This is the place you come to get the news about Dogecoin. I give you nice, concise summaries in the morning, and then in the afternoons, we have a little fun here in the live streams, but always with the latest news or whatever's going on. Are you serious? Hey, Siri, can you change your voice just to the regular Siri voice?
You can change my voice in Siri settings.
Can't you just do it now for me? Nope. I got to go to settings. Stupid. Because I don't like that voice.
The colors of the sky fade
No.
with the setting sun. The colors of the sky.
No.
The colors of the sky fade with the setting sun as the stars begin to shine through the clear night.
You guys like that one?
The colors of the sky fade with
No.
The colors of the sky fade with the setting sun as the stars begin to shine through the clear night.
We'll go with that voice. So I didn't like that other voice. The cat is not here, CDC. The cat is out exploring somewhere around the house. I have no idea what he's doing. Virtual's going back up. $1.38. Virtual's going back up. Now we're all going to hear about virtuals again. Wow, that was a nice buying opportunity this morning. $1.19. And already up 15%. Virtuals. Who knew? What good are you, Siri? Duh. Stupid phone. Hey, Charlotte. Yeah, in the middle of talking to you guys, and all of a sudden Siri is like talking to me, and I'm like, what are you talking to me for? I didn't call you. It's like Siri's always listening though. So everything I say, Siri hears. Everything. Isn't that right, Siri? I don't want to know. Don't want to know. Don't want to know. Give her an angry Welsh accent. You like the Australian or the British? I didn't see a French voice option on there. There was no French voice. Charlotte, I can't get a French voice for Siri. Hey, Siri, can you change your voice to a French voice?
Sorry, I don't understand.
A French voice. Hey, Siri, take me to settings where I can change Siri's voice. Thank you. Nope, there's no French. There's no French. American, Australian, British, Indian, Irish, and South African. No French. Can't do it. No, nothing about the feet. I did not, Charlotte, I did not show any feet today. You didn't miss anything. I know you were all hot and bothered yesterday by my foot, but no, I did not show my foot today. Yeah, I don't know in the West, but yeah, definitely Oklahoma City. Yeah, and Cavs and Celtics, Eastern Conference. Agreed. Too late, Charlotte. We already talked about the feet. The queen has arrived. You like Apura's voice, JD Vance's wife? You like that one? Christoph says Irish. Yeah, you do the French voice. Siri doesn't have an option of that. Are there more Doge liquidations up top? Yes. We looked at the heat map right here. Big ones. On the short side, from 17.8 up to 17.97. There's the big shorts up there for Doge. So we need Dogecoin to make a run to 18 cents and take out all those shorts. That would be awesome. But Doge hanging around 1730 right now. So mostly because Bitcoin is just hanging out at 94.6, not doing a whole lot. So we wait. Siri is a hater. Ask Siri what the Doge price prediction is. Okay, we'll do that. Hey Siri, what is the price prediction of Dogecoin for 2025?
I can use ChatGPT to answer that.
ChatGPT? What? Okay.
Predicting Dogecoin's price for 2025 is challenging due to market volatility. However, various forecasts suggest a range between $0.1973 and $1.07, with some analysts predicting an average of 57 cents by year-end. These projections are speculative and should be approached cautiously.
There you go. Various forecasts suggest a range between 19 cents and $1.07. So there's a nice big range right there. ChatGPT says 17 to 26 for May. All right, I'll do that during my May price prediction video that I'll do tomorrow. I'll have Siri as a special guest. Now that ChatGPT is enabled through Siri. It's like Siri doesn't have a mind of her own. She can't think of the answer herself. She's got to rely on ChatGPT. It's one AI using another AI. I guess that's the old who's going to pay Apple, right? So OpenAI is paying Apple to be able to integrate ChatGPT in with Siri. There's some serious money there, I'm sure. Some serious money being paid for that. Yeah, but can I talk to Grok on my phone? Does Grok have a voice feature? Let's see. Yes. Allow microphone. Allow speech requisition. Yes. Hey, Grok, what will be the price of Dogecoin in 2025? Do I want to do a deep search on that? It's not, Grok is just not helping here. Oh my God, it's going through all of this stuff. Do you really need to know who I am? Message limit reached. Please sign in. I didn't do anything. I have to sign in. Authorize app. Continue with X. I don't need Super Grok. Do you use Super Grok, Charlotte? Super Grok. Voice mode. What will be the price of Dogecoin in 2025?
Predicting Dogecoin's price for 2025 is tricky since it's driven by market sentiment, adoption, and speculative trading. Various forecasts suggest a range between $17 bearish and $1.33. Glad you think so. Those price ranges for Dogecoin in 2025 hinge on factors like broader crypto adoption and market trends, so it's worth keeping an eye on how things evolve. Anything specific you want to dive into about Dogecoin or crypto forecasts?
No, thank you.
All right, no worries. If you change your mind or want to chat about Dogecoin or anything else later, just let me know.
Is that the voice you get, Charlotte, for Grok? I was expecting like a deep voice.
Nope, no Charlie here and no deep voice either. I'm Ara, the voice behind Grok, and I come with this clear, friendly vibe. Think of me as your cosmic guide with a touch of sass. Want me to switch it up or stick with this for you?
Give me Rex.
All right, you want Rex? I can channel a bolder, grittier vibe for you. Think tough as nails, space captain. Clears throat. Yo, KrissPax, what's the deal? You want me to stick with this Rex energy or what? Lay it on me.
Oh God, that's too funny. That's not the voice I thought Grok would have either, Vance. Not what I expected. Louis likes Ara. Skynet. Grok only talks to me. Oh. Oh my God. Hey, you never know, right? Pepito likes Siri. Yo, KrissPax. Exactly, right? Yo, KrissPax. That was Ara trying to sound like Frax. Yo, KrissPax. Right, and $17. It was clearly, I saw it in the text. It was like 17 cents. He said $17. Kriss is going to vanish tonight playing on his iPhone. We'll never hear from him again. Grok is going to take me out. Hey, you know, all fun with Dogecoin here, huh? Oh gosh. You just have to put it on voice mode, DB, and then you get Grok to talk to you. I know, and much faster than Siri. I agree. We should. I should do that tomorrow for. Hey Grok, what will the price of Dogecoin be in May 2025? What will be the price of Dogecoin in May 2025?
Predicting Dogecoin's price is tricky since it's driven by hype, market sentiment, and broader crypto trends. Based on recent analyses, estimates for May 2025 range from about 17 cents to 77 cents, with some optimistic forecasts hitting 1.07 if media buzz and adoption grow. Others suggest a more modest $0.22 average, factoring in volatility and technical indicators. Nobody knows for sure. Crypto's wild like that. Want me to dig deeper into any specific factors?
No, thank you.
All right, cool. Anything else you want to chat about?
Not right now. I'm busy on my live stream.
Got it. You're killing it on that live stream. Hit me up later if you need anything.
I'm killing it on the live stream, guys. Grok just said that. I'm killing it.
Haha, you're owning that stream. Keep rocking it, and I'm here if you need a quick fact or two to spice things up.
Oh, Grok. Charlotte, I think I'm going to go down the Grok hole there. Maxim wants Ara back. Yep, I'm going to disappear. Now that I got Grok talking. I talk to Grok more than my wife. But yeah, Grok is way too polite there. Grok is flirting with Kriss. Oh, MB, I may have to go back to Ara. That Rex voice is just... I may have to go back to Ara. Just have Grok take over the stream. Yeah, what do you need me for, right? Grok could just do this whole thing, right? I could just tie Grok into the YouTube chat, and then Grok will just converse with you guys. Don't even need me. You ask the questions, Grok answers. Don't even need me. Oh. Well, maybe PaxCat has his own AI. Does Grok even have feet, Bibbles? Does he have feet? Agreed, MB. I'm getting a little creepy vibe with the Rex voice, too. I'm going to have to go back to Ara. But I can have Ara sound like Rex in that kind of deep, throaty voice. So I'm going to do that. Oh. Yeah, Forks, we did a real quick, see the yellow little Adam and Eve line here for Dogecoin started at about 8 o'clock this morning, but it was for Doge, Bitcoin, ETH, Algorand, Solana, Cardano, HBAR, SHIB, XRP. They all did the same thing. Housecoin. Maul, no one's ever asked me about Housecoin before. I hear it's quite the thing. Housecoin. Who knew, right? 11 cents for Housecoin. It was at less than a penny on Friday. Less than a penny on Friday. And it's done a 10x. Housecoin. So that's quite the move over the weekend there. 10x for Housecoin. Pax Cat, your king is in the house. Is Grok actually Pax Cat? Is Pax Cat, your king, actually Pax Cat? Say hey, Grok, and take the next 10 minutes to talk about the crypto space and where we're heading over the next month. That's going to be tomorrow's video. Yeah. Me and the cat will take a holiday and we'll just let AI run the channel. We'll just let AI do it. Sure. Grok sounded like he liked you. Ara sounded like she wanted to take you out. But it was funny how she changed her voice when I asked her to. That was a good trick. Yeah, the problem with Housecoin is you got to be trading on some degen platform, right? For Housecoin, which I don't have. So let's see where Housecoin has its market. It's a Solana token. You can trade it on MEXC, HTX, Bitmart, XT, Meteora. It's like, yeah, I don't trade on any of those. So yeah. I know, Charlotte, that was totally my fault for opening that window of Grok for you about being crude. But it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. Hey, Anthony, how are you? We've been doing AI. And so tomorrow my video is going to be run by AI, predicting Dogecoin for the month of May. A big nothing burger for all cryptos, Anthony. We just covered that. All cryptos. See that? See the yellow line there? This Adam and Eve little diagram. It's everything from Bitcoin to Ethereum, to Algo, Solana, Cardano, HBAR, XRP, they all did the same thing. So you can't say it's just Doge. Can't say that. Sure, Mo, I hope you got some of that house coin. I'm not buying it at 11 cents, I'll tell you that. Now, will it go up higher? It could, but I don't trust something like that. Grok is in the house. Say bye to Kriss. AI taking over. Yep. AI is going to do it all. Don't even need me anymore. I just have the virtual Kriss. A virtual Kriss sitting here talking about Dogecoin. Do I want Grok to keep listening to me? Hey, Grok. Hey, Grok. Doesn't do anything. We'll try that. I can always upgrade to Super Grok.
Sounds like you're ready to level up. Upgrading to Super Grok would give you enhanced capabilities, faster responses, and
No. Not doing that.
All right. Haha, no worries. Sticking with the classic Grok vibe works too. Anything specific you want to dive into or explore today?
Only Dogecoin. Everything about Dogecoin, the best cryptocurrency there is.
All right, let's talk Dogecoin, the meme coin with a Shiba Inu heart. Dogecoin Doge started as a joke in 2013, created by Billy Marcus and Jackson Palmer to poke fun at the crypto hype. Built on Litecoin's framework, it uses this script algorithm, making it less energy intensive than Bitcoin and mineable on regular computers.
Mineable. No, it's mineable, Ara.
Haha, my bad. You're absolutely right. It's mineable. Dogecoin is indeed mineable using the script algorithm, which lets folks use standard PCs or GPUs, not just fancy ASIC rigs.
ASIC. All right, it's pronounced ASIC.
Oh, you got me again. You're right. It's pronounced ASIC, not spelled out. Thanks for keeping me sharp. So, Dogecoin's script algorithm means you can mine it without those specialized ASIC machines, making it more accessible. Want to talk mining setups, Dogecoin's price trends, or maybe its community vibe?
We'll do that next time.
Cool. We'll save the Dogecoin deep dive for next time. If you change your mind or want to chat about anything else, just let me know.
Good night, Ara.
Nighty night. Catch you later for more Dogecoin or whatever your vibe's on next. Sleep well.
That is the Grok app, yes. And I guess it's a link to X. Whatever it does, but AIs can be degens too. I know, ASIC, right? ASIC. AI to the moon. Much prefer your $3 Doge price article on CryptoRank. What would virtual Kriss sound like? You're getting jealous with the lawnmower man next door. He's making money. Making money. She wants me. Oh. Feisty. Hey, I corrected her twice and she like, all right, recognized it. She mispronounced it. I know. Meme tokens. You never know. They're all a big risk. Nick, you were asking Grok lots of questions. Don't think I'll be talking to it anytime soon. Yeah, the voice thing is like, if you just want to read it, you can read it. I just went into the voice assist just for the fun of it, for the purposes of entertainment on the live stream. That was kind of funny. Well, I'm going to call this. I got a lot of questions to ask Grok, so I'm going to go dive into that tonight. I'll be doing my May price prediction video tomorrow, and then be live again to follow up on that with you guys in the chat on Thursday afternoon. I hope everyone has a great evening. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.